Hey, my name's Karel Bergen, training out of Island MMA in Pederix, and I fight at 170 pounds. My coaches are Jason Heit and Stan Pederik.
Now, Karel, you're a bit of a veteran in the AFC these days. You're a bit of a fan favorite. So, wondering how you're feeling about this next fight.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. It's starting to get pretty close now, so I'm starting to get the butterflies for sure. But just trying to stay relaxed. I want to, as I go on to the fights, I like to be more and more relaxed. I want to go in there. I just want to have fun this time. Yeah. Go in there and show everyone my full repertoire of moves.
You have a little bit of an interesting history. You're a surfer.
Yeah.
And you still are, but you got into MMA. That seems like a two worlds apart. Tell us a little bit about that story.
Well, I got into MMA. A good friend of mine, JJ Ziesman, we all call him Fatty as his nickname. He used to do those tough guy contests, so I used to go watch him, and we used to wrestle lots and stuff when we were younger. And he just recommended, hey, you should go down and start training at Pederix. So that's how I ended up here, and one thing led to another.
And how many years ago was that?
It really wasn't that long ago. Probably been in it for 4 or 5 years now.
Oh wow.
I competed, my first fight I think was in 09 or 2010. I think my first professional one was in 2010, and I did one amateur kickboxing before that.
How often do you actually train?
I train, it's been pretty crazy this camp because Stan took off to Thailand.
Yes.
So I was teaching all the classes as well as training on top of it, so it just seemed like I was at the gym here pretty much all day long. But if it was just up to me, like when Stan got back, I usually train about two hours in the morning and 2 hours at night, 6 days a week, and then take Sundays off.
So a lot of dedication is required if you want to become a fighter and stay in this industry.
Even at this level, I've only had 5 professional fights now, and at this level, guys are training around the clock. So if you want to compete, with the current age of fighters, you got to be really on top of it.
Now, some guys are happy just kind of doing the local fights or the provincial fights and such. Do you have your sights set on anything bigger?
I really just take it one fight at a time. Like some of these guys I talk to, they've got it all planned 5 years down the road, how many fights they're going to have, and I just really take it one fight at a time because anything can happen in the sport. I've had injuries, you can have a bad fight, things can happen, so I really just take it one fight at a time. I focus on each fight, and then I go from there when the fight's done.
That sounds like a good plan of action there. With the weight training and such, you look fairly confident about meeting weight on Friday, and I've yet to see you not meet weight, so yeah. What are you thinking?
I was in Montreal for 2.5 weeks, and my weight was good out there, and for some reason when I flew home I was weighing way more than I normally do at this time, so I've put myself on a pretty strict diet the last 3 days, and I've got my weight right under control now, so I'm right on track. So yeah, weight shouldn't be an issue. It never is.
You went to Montreal and you came back with the extra weight on the plane?
Yeah, I don't know what the plane, it was the pretzels on the plane or something. Yeah.
It must have been the protein you ate.
Yeah,
prior.
Maybe.
Do you have any advice for people that are they're thinking about getting into the industry as a fighter?
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
I would say, just off the top of my head, yeah, I think for me it was a really positive experience. It brought out a lot of things in my life that I didn't have before. I became, very disciplined. I got a lot more hardworking, and I became a lot more healthy. So, for someone, it's definitely not for everyone. It's a very unforgiving sport, and you make a lot of sacrifices. So if you're willing to make those sacrifices where you can, where you got to give up your day job pretty much, and you don't make a lot of money, and you got to train around the clock, and you're willing to make those sacrifices, I think it's a very positive thing to do. But like I said, there's a lot, if you're not willing to do that, then I would say probably it's not for you.
That's great advice, because some people think that they watch things like UFC or things like that, and they think they can be the next UFC fighter.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand just how much work it really takes. It's
a lifestyle change.
For sure, you watch it on TV, it looks easier on your couch, and you're like, I can do that, and then you come in here and you try it in the gym, and it's you find out pretty quick how difficult it is.
It's definitely hard work, because we watched you just doing the light training, and that looked pretty heavy to us. So much respect for that. Much respect. Well, we look forward to seeing you fight again at AFC 8, happening this weekend at Bear Mountain Arena. Thank you very much for your time, pal.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Take care.